Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of tonight's KiraCast, or to the only part if you weren't interested in the Among Us gameplay that we had earlier. So this is basically us being me, our artist Minerva, and the gentleman playing Near/Lindell Taylor, basically just shooting the breeze and talking random stuff for quite a bit of time. So, hey, enjoy it, and like I said last time, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. If you want to ask anything of any of the cast members, or, anything like that, anything about the project, or just random stuff at all. If you want to ask a specific person something, then go ahead, send it to us, and we'll try to get to it as best we can, or as soon as we can. And enjoy. But forgot to ask. Near, have you actually taken a chance to look at the animatics that Minerva has done?
Yeah, I took a quick gander. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, no, she's doing a lot of good job.
Mm-hmm.
You're working on the hurricane one right now, huh?
Yeah, I have like the first 30 seconds song. They are in my Instagram if you wanna see it.
Oh yeah, that's yeah, Minerva Artemis 1 on Instagram. It'll be in the description as well, so feel free to check her out. She does a lot of awesome shaz.
Yeah, that's cool.
Near, you got anything you want to plug?
No, not really.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
I also have Instagram. That's it.
Well, what's your Instagram? Give it like anything. Instagram, TikTok, whatever.
It's my full name. It's RoeenNooran. That's Instagram.
Oh yes. Okay. Cool. I will have that in the description as well.
I just wanna. I like your.
Huh?
I like your voice sound.
Thank you. On my Instagram, I actually because normally I finally got into like recording songs and things and putting them up. I put up one song on my Instagram account. I sang
original.
"Cry Me a River," and I put that up.
Oh, cry me a river.
No, not that.
Oh.
Yeah, have you listened to "Cry Me a River" before?
By whom?
I haven't.
The really old song, the Ella Fitzgerald.
I'm sure I have. But when you say "Cry Me a River," my first thought is Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake? No, I wonder, is that like a version that he did of "Cry Me a River," or?
Well, apparently he wrote it about Britney Spears.
Why did he call it "Cry Me a River"?
Because apparently it was okay. I do not have all the facts on this. Someone feel free to correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about this. But from what I recall, it was back when Justin and Britney were kind of a thing. And he wanted to break up.
It's not even about the subject matter. It's about, like, he knows that "Cry Me a River" is like a legendary classic song, and it's called "Cry Me a River."
I mean, like, what?
It's a classic song.
What's he gonna call it? Britney's a bitch?
He could have called it something else. Be creative. Don't call it "Cry Me a River." That's literally that's the name of the song.
That's a Justin Bieber move too,
No, it's Justin Timberlake.
Yes, I know it's Justin Timberlake, but I am saying that
Justin Bieber doesn't steal music. People just don't like him.
Yeah.
And he didn't steal. It's just that's the exact song title of another song.
See, this is the kind of dialogue that I wish we would have had all along, because this is very entertaining.
It's like I was super confused when Adele released her song "Hello," and every time I heard somebody go like, "Oh, let's listen to Hello," I got excited. I'm like, "Oh, we're gonna listen to Lionel Richie."
Right?
I thought they were gonna talk about Lionel. Yeah, hello.
Is it me you're looking for?
I love that song, and I do love Adele as well. It was just confusing when those songs have the same.
What was that, Minerva?
Yeah?
What were you saying about the silence?
My god, I fucking hate this. Can you hear me?
Yeah. You're
hello?
Is it me or?
Yeah, hello.
Sorry.
I can see it in your smile. I can see it in your eyes. I love that. The music video is like about how he's in love with a blind girl,
Yeah.
and she's a sculptor, and then she like feels his face and sculpts his face at the end of the song of the end of the video.
Yeah. Oh
Oh,
god.
I'm gonna watch that now. Man, when you look up Hello, Lionel Richie is so far down the list. I'm so upset about that.
Who other than Adele is above him? I'm curious.
Adele is at the top.
Well, no, I knew that.
So Adele, what? Beyonce's Halo is above it? That's spelled completely
not Hello.
differently. Pop Smoke, Boogie with the Hoodie.
What?
They're not censored at all, you know. And that's pretty cool because I heard that in America you guys have a problem with censorship. Ain't you?
Yeah, modern America likes to shield children from everything.
Yeah. I heard that it was this guy from Dragon Ball that you make blue for a reason.
Okay, I know what she's
Yeah.
talking about. Technically, so okay, this is when they were doing Dragon Ball Z Kai,
Oh.
and it was airing on 4Kids.
I know what you're talking about.
And they made Mr. Popo blue.
Yeah, because without doing Mr. Popo looks like blackface.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They did the same thing
the
with
thing is that
Pokemon.
in Latin America, we don't even know what blackface is.
The thing about Latin America is you guys have conguitos.
Yeah,
You know what
we can be
conguitos
kind
are
of
so
racist.
fucking offensive.
Yeah. The thing is that we are really offensive within each other, you know? I have like a neighbor. She was my friend all life. And we never call her for her name. We call her for what in America is a slur. I'm not gonna say it, obviously.
Yeah,
But
Latin
there is
America
not
is
a
pretty offensive.
Yeah.
My friend,
But
he
in Latin
visits
America,
Mallorca.
that's not a slur. It's just a way to. It's just a way to refer to someone when, well, they are black, but not to insult them.
Conguitos.
Yeah.
It's so fucked up. On their website, they show the transformation of their logo. It starts with like little, straight up blackface characters holding spears, like they're tribal. And then it evolves, and at one point in like 2012, they make it less offensive. Like they get rid of the big red lips in the character, and they change it back recently.
Yeah.
They change it back so it just looks like blackface.
Yeah,
Straight
it
up.
looked like it. I
My
didn't
friend-
know that blackface was bad until I started thinking about it, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this is messed up. What are you doing,
Yeah.
girl?
Yeah.
My
Because
friend
it's really
Rodrigo.
normal.
My friend Rodrigo visits Mallorca like every year or so. Well, not this year, but yeah, he did because he has family there, and he has a friend named Andreu. And over there, he's like, "Yeah, Andrew's he's pretty funny, but I'm worried that he's actually really racist."
Yeah.
Because it's like they tell the offensive jokes, but sometimes he's like, I think he actually believes in it. He's like, "Ooh, kid,
Yeah.
buy a
The
bag of
problem is
delicious
that in Latin
conguitos."
America, we have the problem of, yeah, but I have a friend that it is this race and he's
Oh,
not
that's-
annoyed by
That's
it.
the classic
I was
move.
about to say, sadly, that's here
It is
too.
so casual, the racism is so casual, in Venezuela at least, that people doesn't really know they are being racist.
It's
Prime
like, okay,
example-
and
Prime example recently, actually, and this was so ignorant, and it was actually with My Hero Academia.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I saw
yes.
the bunny girl.
Yeah, so Minerva, there's a character in My Hero Academia that just came out, came into the series at the very end of the last season.
Seriously.
Yes, and she, this character is a person of color.
Yeah.
And someone heard the
Oof.
the English voice and straight up said something along the lines of, a black character should sound black. And the voice actress is a person of color. It's
How
like,
does a black person sound exactly?
exactly,
It's
exactly.
But it's also it's like what they're saying. It's like you should ham it up and make it sound super, like this certain way.
Go for the
with a
stereotypes.
Yeah, exactly. Ham it up
Oh
and
my God.
do a specific sound of voice so you could sound like a stereotypical version of that race.
Yeah, that's like if you had a character who happened to be Irish and someone was upset because you didn't go, "Oh, hoity-toity-toity, look at the Irish."
Yeah, but I would be upset about that. That's a very serious problem. They
No,
should always sound like
But
that.
I don't know how Irish people sound, so.
Like that. They sound exactly every single one of them.
Okay, well, hey, I say this as someone who is part Irish.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
No,
is.
they all
Like,
sound
oh.
like that.
It is. Some people are that exaggerated, but some people they just have it a little bit more subtler.
You know, if you
Jacksepticeye.
watch,
If you've ever seen Jacksepticeye,
I was gonna say.
you know, top of the morning to your lives.
Oh, some people were saying it's like a conspiracy, like he doesn't actually have that accent, and he's
That's
faking
fucked
it.
up.
It's like, are you kidding me? What? He's doing it to play into the character.
Yeah, right. Yeah, definitely.
It's like what?
Because you know,
What?
when all this Let's Play stuff was getting big, everyone's
You
mind
need to
was,
set yourself apart.
Yeah, you
gotta
know,
be
this
Irish.
is fine, but you know what would make this better?
Irish.
They're Irish now.
Better. It would be so much better if you made him, Irish. Make the accent. Do the.
Man, you can do a lot of accents there. The
I
only
can-
accent I can do is Spanish.
I can't do.
Excuse me.
Can't do them very well. I can do like if you have me say like a few words, then I get away with it. That's it. I can't keep
Can you?
going.
That's one of the things I'm happy about at work is I can do random crap like that, and people usually love it.
Yeah, that's a good thing. As I said, the only voice I can do is like the Japanese voice of Yuno, but it is
You
really
can
bad
work
for
on
the truth.
you watch like find like real official stuff so that you can learn different accents and stuff because that's very
Oh yeah, they got
helpful.
videos for that online.
Yeah, but some
Yeah,
of them
I
aren't the
mean-
best, but it's better to like just look up what would the best way and find the right sources. You can do like accent training.
And that's if you want to, of course.
But it really
Yeah.
helps. Like if you learn different accents, it's you can
I
get.
would like to have like a more American accent.
More
Don't know why,
options.
but I like how it sounds.
Oh gosh, now I'm just thinking about was it Jacob Anderson? He's in Game of Thrones,
Mm-hmm.
and he's an
Oh,
English.
yeah, I love him.
Yeah, he's an English actor, so he's got that little bit of an English accent to him. You know, very
Yeah,
very subtle,
accents.
very good. And
Oh, I love the English accent. It's so.
It's very good.
he was
I had to do an English accent for a play recently.
Please
A while
don't.
back.
he was on
It was great.
he was on
No,
this
in the strip.
he was on this web show, and someone was like,
Game
Oh,
Grumps.
yeah, you know where I'm going with this, and they were like, what can you do an American accent? He's like, yeah, but it'd be quite good. So I don't know if I should do it.
But it would be quite good.
And he goes onto it,
No.
and his American accent is literally someone going.
him.
It's just him going, "Hello, I would like to have a cheeseburger, please."
Can I have the chicken and waffles?
I would like 40
my God.
cheeseburgers and a Coke.
Yeah, he's very funny. I like that.
It's like, it's
Like,
just something funny.
He's like the way that he talks is so fun because he's just like so laid back the whole time.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
sometimes
You know what's
Like-
really
the
interesting
phone
is when you talk to people
is-
who have like grown up and been raised in locations and they don't have an accent.
Mhm. They don't have the accent of that location.
Right, like one of my friends that I've known for years now, she actually lives in Australia and was been in Australia all her life, but she doesn't have that old Australian accent to her.
I can't understand Australian. I mean,
Well, it depends. It's
like-
like with a lot of accents. The further you go in, the harder it becomes to understand.
Yeah.
yeah, but it is like British mixed with American. It is weird.
The Australia as a whole is more like a British version of like Texas.
I could agree with
Straight up.
that actually.
It is the south of the UK.
The south
Because
of the
well,
UK.
what Australia is they took a bunch of prisoners and sent them to an island, and then it became Australia.
Seriously.
Like, that's what the UK
Oh
did.
man.
They're just like, where do we put
Oh
them?
man.
Because you know how great the
That's
UK
true.
is.
I shouldn't laugh at that. It was just the bluntness of where do we put them?
I don't know where are we gonna put them.
I mean,
We
don't-
can't put them in this
Yeah.
room because this is where we put all the things that we stole from other people, and we can't put them in that room
Man.
because
Oof.
that's for other kinds of prisoners.
But I mean, maybe
So
you know,
we send them to a different island
just put them
down
over there.
south.
I saw.
Put him in the
I
outback.
think we're getting deep.
Not very deep.
Let's
It's
bring this
pretty
back out
funny.
though. Somewhat related.
I can talk about politics because I know nothing about.
No, it's okay.
Um,
It's history. It's old.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because the UK is definitely not as it was anymore. They're not conquering the world as they
Yeah,
yeah.
they settle down. They're
They
nice.
settled down.
It's-
Got a family.
They
And
found a
right now
girl
they're-
playing, you know.
They're
and it's
having a
all
little bit of
thanks
problems,
to
though.
America.
They're having some issues with Scotland, though.
Oh
But
gosh.
it's
Yeah.
marital problems.
Yeah,
They want to separate.
of course. Well, American is having marital problems with itself.
Yeah, I mean that's how it always is.
Yeah.
Ever since Benedict Arnold,
America.
yeah,
Yeah.
nobody's ever safe.
I
Ameri-
mean, the only knowledge I have when I was a kid of America, it was the founding fathers who appear in the Fairy Odd Parents. That's all
Oh, yeah.
America's history I knew.
Fairly Odd
Uh.
Parents.
Yeah, for me,
Better go
those were the
Bennett.
founding fathers. Yeah, yeah.
Oh gosh. Friggin-
I freaking loved Fairy Odd Parents. It's so
Amer-
sad that. Yeah, story of America, 100% true.
America calling England. Mom, Dad's drunk again. Can you come pick me up?
Yeah, they just don't want to. They wanted to separate. The 13 original colonies are being unrightfully taxed. No taxation without representation.
Oh god.
my.
That's what it was. Is that they had no say in any policies or laws, so they're just like, well, fuck it, we're leaving. We're not gonna pay you for literally nothing.
So this is
Venezuela has a story a little bit like that.
Really?
Most people says that Simón Bolívar, who is like the founding father of Venezuela, to say something, one of them, but the one that people remember the most. They say that he was such a good guy and everything, but most people think that he really wants to set Venezuela free because he couldn't like have heritage if he was a Venezuelan. So he say, okay, Venezuela is gonna be independent, so I can have money, you know, and properties and stuff, because he was really a Spanish person, an Spaniard. I can explain it good in English, but it is
I think we got it.
quite like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Switching topics for a second.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry.
so I think I may have talked to you a little bit about this, Minerva, but I'm not entirely sure. Did you guys know that I was actually trying to work on a different project before this one, as far as Death Note goes?
Yeah, I think it was about another disc make, I guess.
Yes, I did tell you about this, because this is where the jokes came from. So, you'd probably understand this a little more, being stateside. But, I actually, at one point, was working with a good friend of mine to make a Death Note abridged.
Mm-hmm.
It did not go well.
Why?
A
What
couple
happened?
different things. First off, we were like 15 when we first tried.
Oh well, yeah. Then it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
That's not a good starter.
Yeah, no. When literally all you have is a Rock Band USB microphone.
Yeah.
That's
just
not a good one to
Whoa,
use.
L, what are you doing?
Whoa, L's here?
That's crazy.
Oh, I thought you were saying L was in the chat.
That's the whole
Oh,
abridged
man.
thing. It's like,
Yeah.
you can't kill him. Yeah, I can.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, we also found out, and this is why, through multiple different attempts, we were like, okay, we're having trouble with this. Excuse me. The first 2 episodes of Death Note in general
Mhm.
are so expository.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
Too much.
There's
It's
so much.
basically 100% talking.
Yeah, it's so hard to make that shortened. Like, it was so hard to do, and we tried so many different things. It was tough. It was hard.
Well, that's
But
the thing with an abridged. I feel like you can, and especially when it's like when you're young. I feel like you can throw the story out of the window because most abridged things are for people who have already watched the original thing.
Oh no, I
Yeah,
agree
but
with that.
you know, I think, and this is like a personal opinion, but an abridged is good when the series that is based on is not that good. By example,
Like
the bridge
SAO.
that I like the most is
Oh,
like
God.
is SAO. Yeah, SAO.
The SAO abridged is the greatest because it's better than the original show.
Exactly, and
It
you can watch
handles
it with.
story and character development way better.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
It does
I
it.
love it.
So I'm gonna get crucified.
Psychopath Kirito is
The
my
way that it developed
husband. I
Kirito's
love him.
character was better.
So
Like, there was actual change.
I'm gonna get crucified for
Yeah.
saying this.
You don't like it?
Oh no! It's nothing to do with that. I have never actually seen the original Dragon Ball Z.
Me neither.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Just Dragon Ball Z
I haven't
Kai.
watched any Dragon Ball.
But I feel like watching Dragon Ball abridged, I get the story
haven't.
just as effectively.
Yeah.
People say that it is actually better, but I think I'm gonna get killed for saying that out loud because Latin America and Dragon Ball are like. You can see my hands, but they are together.
Oh yeah, no. We have some people who are way too diehard fan of it. But
Mhm.
anyway, the reason I was bringing up the Death Note abridged is because part of these, I'm sure you've seen me talking about doing little scripted bits for people to do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Part of that, and you know this already, Minerva. I've just showed you some of this. Some
Oh,
of the
yeah.
stuff we're doing is actually little one-off jokes that that were originally for a Death Note abridged that we just never got to use.
No, it sounds nice.
That's cool.
But the spot of Misa. It was
Yes.
For that. Oh.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much, because I want to be able to have them come out and have people see, hear them and have the full effect. There is one I will say this one just because I've changed it a decent amount. Nia, are you familiar with Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
Yeah, but I haven't watched it.
Okay.
I just know
I
that
know
it
I
says-
know of the characters and everything.
So in one incarnation, I'm not even kidding you. In one incarnation, we were gonna have Matsuda basically be Meatwad. Yeah, he was gonna talk like this and everything.
I feel like it. That's good.
Oh
And-
my.
Yeah.
Well, and one of the gimmicks, and Minerva, I've shown you more about this, but I'm just gonna give it brief here. One of the gimmicks that we had was that Matsuda being more like Meatwad, he would constantly be confusing who they're looking for.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
yeah, now you
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember. I remember.
But like for example,
Cause my hips don't lie. And I...
yeah. So they're like, okay guys, we're working together to find Kira, and he'd be like, oh
We're
Kira,
gonna
isn't
find
that
Shakira?
Yeah, he'd be like, isn't that Spanish lady? She talking about how her hips don't lie.
Yeah.
And Elle just gets like more and more and more pissed off. Like Matsuda, I swear to God.
You know what I'm talking about. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. We are looking for a killer.
Who hired him?
Yeah, and why
Like,
why
how
is
are
he
you?
here?
Why are you here? This is a serious. This is a murder case.
Yes, what are you adding to the investigation? I don't
It's
really think
because
you're
it's like-
doing much.
Yeah. I asked myself why exactly Matsuda stills around. I mean, he's not useless, but he's really near to be.
But it's like, yeah, what does he do? He's just a kid.
Yeah, I think he is the youngest
mean,
one
it's
on the
like-
task force.
He is the youngest one.
Yeah. Besides Light, you know.
Yeah, but Light is.
He doesn't count.
He's a genius.
He's a genius.
The evil ones don't
Yeah.
count.
The smart one.
He's there through different circumstances. He wasn't just like hired. Matsuda
Yeah.
doesn't have like a.
He was kind
special
of
connection.
a-
He's just hired.
I know, but I don't know. It's like, why do we have Matsuda here? He isn't even like super strong. Maybe he has good. How do you say when
He's-
you are
Intuition.
punteria, when you are using the gun?
Marksmanship. Using a gun.
You know, when you use a gun, you have to have a good
Marksmanship. You can aim. Yeah.
aim. That's it.
Yeah,
Maybe
American
it's
Instant
because
Messenger.
maybe he has good aim, and that's why he's here because
Yeah,
you know
but any
he
police
could kill
officer
light.
does. We should. It's just that he's young, and he's ridiculous. They're like, oh my god, the pop star's here.
We get to
He's
work
like
with Misa
freaking
Misa?
whatever.
Oh my
Misa
gosh!
Misa! Misa Misa!
Misa.
And he's the
Oh my
damn
god,
fool
you
that
have
Trumbo.
like the Japanese accent there.
Well, because he says Misa Misa so much. Misa Misa!
Oh
Her
crap!
voice in Spanish, oh, I can bear her. So disgusting.
I didn't get to tell Ryuk this when he was there, but I don't.
Light! Voy a ayudarte, Light. Venga, Light. Ven pa' acá, Light. Ugh, la odio.
I,
Fucking hate her.
I think I talked to you a little bit about this Minerva. In Get Out of This, the Say No to This segment,
Mhm.
I totally picture, just like in the actual show, I picture Ryuk being all contorted because he hasn't had his apples.
Yeah.
Man, that would be great in like a
'Cause that's what he does
tense
in-
moment.
That's what he
Oh, yeah.
does, right? When he doesn't eat
Oh yeah.
apples
Well,
for too long, he gets what are the withdrawals.
Yeah,
and his
that is
body starts
still
twisting up.
that is still one of my favorite scenes, just because of the delivery of it. You don't understand, Light. For Shinigamis, losing something like apples is like losing cigarettes to a human. I even get withdrawal symptoms. Withdrawal
Yeah.
symptoms? Yeah, my body gets twisted up
Yeah.
in knots. I do handstands. It's not pretty.
Yeah, and then there's like a scene where he's just kind of talking to him and he's upside down.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
well, and that's why in my version,
Yeah.
when he says he'll have to get rid of it, and Light and L both say yeah, but Ryuk ends with yay because he's like, yes, I get to leave. I can go get an apple.
Man, that seriously. That ain't happen in Japanese versions.
Oh gosh.
Man.
Man.
Ah,
I
the
feel like
memories.
even though the Death Note, the Netflix movie
We don't talk about
was
Oh,
no
my
no no
God.
listen.
Ah,
It was
You want me to
bad
kill.
because the story was horribly adapted. Things were changed needlessly. It was wrong. The only thing good about that movie was the acting of Willem Dafoe as Ryuk. Like some of the acting in the movie, like it was the father and Willem Dafoe that were like the best actors in the
I
movie.
like
It was like
Elle.
they're too good for that movie.
I
and,
like Elle.
Look,
I
from
think
what I
Willem
heard,
Dafoe was
He
perfect
tried.
for Ryuk.
yeah,
He
but
was
from
so
what I heard, they
perfect.
downplayed him like a lot.
Did you watch it?
I saw the trailer and that was
Yeah, I
more than enough.
No, I watched it. I watched it.
I watched the whole movie because I wanted to hate it correctly.
Yeah, exactly. I never pass judgment on something until I fully experienced it.
Yeah, I
Ugh.
was like, okay, maybe this is gonna be that bad that it's
Ooh,
gonna
what
be
is this?
good, like The Room
Look,
or something.
I
But I
saw.
saw it and
I've seen a few scenes that people have shared, and I'm just like, my God, this is Last Airbender all over again.
No, it was not as bad.
no,
as
it's not
Last
that bad
Airbender.
because at least
It's honestly Death Note. If you disconnect it from the source material, it's not too bad.
it is like a
But
Death Note
it's not like
abridged,
amazing.
made by 15 years old.
Okay, so
I think it's pretty cool. They committed to the gore too.
now, okay,
Like some people were killed in it. They went all out. I was like, oh, that's
It's
pretty
like
cool.
Death
I
Note
will-
meets Final Destination.
so I will ask for clarification. I've heard that by the end of the movie, Misa's dead, and L knows about the Death Note.
Yep. And
Okay.
Light is an idiot.
Okay,
The characters are different.
no, I get.
I think for teenagers.
There we go. Okay,
Yeah.
no, so
It's
from
like
from
a teenager movie.
from what I
Mhm.
heard, they actually had plans to do a sequel.
Of course they did.
No, but here's my thought.
Money.
Light, again, from what I'd heard, gives up the notebook, or at least tries to get rid of it. Misa's dead. L knows about the Death Note. What the hell else are you gonna do?
In this movie, the characters are all different. The motivation is different too.
Well, no, I get
So
that.
in the original Death Note, Light thinks
There-
that he is a god and that he can pass judgment on anybody. In the movie, he's a nervous kid who doesn't. He's not that smart at all.
He's
He doesn't, like, want to kill
school
anybody.
smart.
He's just a kid.
No, I get that.
And Misa is the one who pushes him to kill people with the Death Note.
No, okay, I get all that, but my point is,
He's a bitch.
how?
Because he's not smart.
No, that's not my point. How do you continue the story if the notebook is gone and there's no more Kira?
No. It's the way that it works is that at the end, like a bunch of shit happens, and then they do like a little, a quick like, here's how it happened. You know how they do the montage of how everything worked out, and that it's like, by the end of the movie, he's a different person, and he's more methodical. Like, it turns out he did plan a bunch of shit, and that the Death Note's somewhere that he knows where it is.
Okay, so this is some Saw shit.
Yeah, he becomes like a scheming like person by the end of it. By the end of the
He
movie,
was like,
he's planning shit.
I have been like an idiot for the whole movie, but now I am kind of smart.
He's become hardened by the end of the movie because he at that point he doesn't care about killing anymore.
Look,
Killing is not as scary to him as it was.
I would just rather stick to the good live actions from Japan.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing.
Yeah, they are good.
Ew, but I don't know about. I just don't want to watch live action versions of shows that are already good.
Well, no, I feel that, but one of my main
Yeah,
arguments
but-
with this one is that the Japanese movies actually had creative input from the creator.
They
Yeah,
even
this
changed
one
the
is
ending.
not even. It's not. It's separate. It's like not even connected to the original story.
You know, if I were the one who has the Death Note brand, I don't know, I will do a story with the Death Note, but without Light and L.
Yeah,
will
just
do, like,
create a
something
new
new.
story, but use the idea of a
Using
notebook
the
that
Death
kills people.
I mean,
that's
to be
true.
fair, we do
You
have...
can, whatever. You can do something like Black Mirror with a Death Note, with different owners every chapter.
Oh, yeah.
That,
Well-
yeah, that would be interesting. Like over like hundreds of years, different people.
Now, I'll tell you what I'm actually curious about. I haven't seen it, but about 2 or 3 years ago, Japan came out with another live-action sequel.
Haven't seen it either, but for what I heard is the same,
Well,
basically.
The reason
He's a guy. And
Well, 'cause this one-
criminals.
this one takes place after the whole case. That's where this one gets
Fidel
different.
and Light are dead, so you have a new and Light.
Right. But here's the thing that makes it interesting to me, and this was, again, just from the trailer because I haven't seen it yet. It's actually touching on one of the rules that was brought up in the manga, like in the in-between chapter
The
bits.
7 Death Notes.
Yes, the 6 Death Notes on Earth at one time.
I thought that was a joke to reference Dragon Ball.
No. In between the chapters in the manga, there's a whole bunch of different rules, and one of the rules in there is that there cannot be more than 6 active Death Notes in the human world at any given time.
So there's 6 people.
Or
people.
one person with 6 notebooks.
Well, probably not. That would be extremely
That
uninteresting.
would be or really lucky or not lucky.
Well,
I don't know. That
Here's the part
depends,
that makes me
obviously.
curious, though. I mean, already, if you've got 6 Kiras, that's already kind of crazy. But, in the realm of those movies, Rem and Jealous are already dead. Ryuk comes back, I've seen the cast list, and if nothing else, maybe Sido would appear. That would mean there's at least 4 Shinigami that could be ones we've never seen in any of the media.
Yeah.
That's interesting to me.
I may see it. Just.
I was just talking about how I love Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe was perfect for Ryuk. I feel like
But I
Ryuk
don't know.
was a good part of the movie. They played him properly. They just didn't really use him that
I
much.
don't know. In Spanish, it
They
has
focus
like
more
a
on the
regular
teenagers.
voice actor.
Willem Dafoe.
like-
Have you guys watched the Sam Raimi Spider-Man?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Green Goblin.
Early 2000s?
Or-
Yeah, he's so good in that movie. He's good in
I
a lot
love
of movies. But his voice is great. There's a scene in the Spider-Man movie where he's talking to himself in a mirror, and the camera would spin around to him and then spin around to the mirror. Whenever it was looking at the mirror, it was the Green Goblin, but whenever it was looking at him, he was Norman Osborn. And you'd swap back talking to himself. It was so good.
Am I the one who thinks he looks weird, though, as Ryuk?
Picks me up a little bit.
He doesn't look like anything as Ryu.
Well, no, his Ryuk looks
Well,
weird.
you know, I don't
He
know,
didn't
but
make it.
William Dafoe and Ryuk,
It looks like Ryuk. I think it looked good because a lot of the
I
times
bet
he was
for me it
blurry and
fits
obscured.
perfectly. I am not angry for that decision. I think it's appropriated. And it's
I think it
like, okay.
looks. I think it visually looks okay as long as it's never in full focus. Because otherwise, it
But
looks fucking awesome. Whenever it's blurry and obscured, it's perfect. Because that's
yeah,
what's so great. It's scary because you don't really
the
know what
only
it looks
thing
like.
that took me out of the scene is that like you have Ryuk who looks so fucking intimidating, and it is like okay, that's a good effect. Then you have Light screaming,
Yeah,
screaming in my tone of
like a
voice.
little child.
Ah!
Yeah,
You know?
he's too scared. Because they want him. They changed it. They wanted him to be a little bit more relatable, which is not how it should be. He's the antagonist. But they changed the
Yeah.
story to make him
I
more
don't like
scared.
that because I think they did that because they wanted more teenagers to see it.
Yeah, they rewrote
And
the story. It's
yeah,
completely different.
completely.
It's
They
nothing
have
like
like the
the
same
original.
events but done weirdly.
Yeah.
And in the soundtrack is terrible. It's like they are good songs, but they don't have sense.
Yeah. Then again, I always thought it was kind of funny that even in the Japanese Death Note movies, they have just Red Hot Chili Peppers on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Well,
I do think that Ryuk in the
Rest
I do think
in
Ryuk
peace.
looks a little weird though, but I think he looks really cool whenever they do like some effects by making him blurry. But whenever he's in full focus, I don't really like it
Yeah.
because it's lame.
I see.
And
That's another one where I feel
and-
like the Japanese ones
I do
kind
yeah,
of
like
the
get.
Japanese one
characters.
it did better because it looks like more like Ryuk.
Yeah, but at the same time, they have those moments where he's in the dark and it's still that creepy foreboding.
Yeah, because in the Japanese version he looks a lot more like Ryuk, which is cool, but also it's just kind of like it's like he looks like cuz it's fucking CG. It looks weird.
Yeah.
Effects ain't good.
But some effects are cool. Like when they
Yeah.
made that they made the JoJo live action movie.
Did they really?
Yeah, they it
There
was just
is a
part 4. It
JoJo
wasn't
live
the original.
action movie.
Yeah, they did Diamond is Unbreakable. They did like
I
it was
I
basically the
haven't
first
seen
2
JoJo.
episodes of Diamond is Unbreakable.
See, again, I'm gonna get crucified for this. That's one where I tried. I could not
You
get into that show.
don't like JoJo?
I couldn't get into
that's
it.
It is hard to get into. It took me like
I
months to finish the first part because the first part is such a slog to get through. But you have to watch it because the
there is
first part you
no
need to
way
watch
I
it to
could
enjoy the rest of it.
I could not because I tried just the first episode and I couldn't.
No,
It's
yeah,
too
of
similar to
course.
Gans.
It's really hard because the first part is super like you need to know what you're getting into and everything because it's so much better. And part 2 is some people I know a lot of people that like they don't like it, but part 2 is great. They love part 2 because it's way more exciting. Part 1 is
Yeah.
not.
I honestly
Especially,
wanna watch it.
you need to watch the first couple of episodes. You need to finish the first 9 episodes are part 1. After that, it goes to part 2, and then the rest of the
Damn it.
season 1 is part 2. That's the bulk of the episodes.
No, I will say the people that I've watched with to try to trying to get me into it. They were like, "Look, I know the episodes that would, if any of them would get you into this, so I'll start you with that, and then we can go back." I still couldn't get into it.
Did you ever watch anything from the later parts?
Yeah, I think they actually started me with some of the later part stuff.
Because part
I just
4,
have watched
there's an
the
episode that is my favorite episode, and it's like it does nothing to move the overarching plot, but it's so great. Because you know this concept of stand users, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they all
kinda.
have the powers, and it became like a pattern in season 4. It's like every episode, new stand user, new fight. You know, so one episode they're just kind of two of the main characters just kind of walking. They're like, "Oh, there's a new Italian restaurant. Let's go eat there." But one of the guys is complaining. He's like, "I couldn't sleep all night. My shoulder hurts, man. I got athlete's foot. My health is falling apart." But they go into this Italian restaurant and they're like, "Okay." And one of the characters orders food, and Josuke, which is the JoJo, he's like, "I'll just have a cappuccino then." And then they get their food, and with each course, each time the other character he would eat something and he'd be like, "Man, this is is really good, and he just keeps eating and he can't stop eating it. And then all of a sudden he's like, what the fuck? His arm hurts, but he starts scratching his arm, and then more skin comes off until there's like a whole hole in his
Oh,
arm.
God.
And he's like, oh my god! He's freaking out, and then Jojo's like, shit! It's a scan user! He freaks out, and then 1 second later he's like, oh no, I'm fine. My arm, man, that feels really good. He's like, I'm so limbered now. That really helped out. And then the next one comes in, they drink just water. And he's like, man, this water is the greatest water I've ever had in my entire life. And he starts crying. And he's like, oh my god! And the water's shooting out of his eyes, and his eyes like shrivel up. And then he blinks, and he's like, man, I feel so good. It's like I got a full night's rest. My insomnia is gone. So they just keep doing that thing where they freak out. They think it's going to be another fight classically like all the other episodes. But it turns out it's just a really nice chef.
I like how this.
He
sounds
makes really good food.
interesting.
Like how this
I
is
like
now.
the character design.
It's so good.
Like how this is now devolved into Kira's bizarre adventure.
It's great. It's a great one. But,
Oh
yeah.
gosh.
I honestly want to watch it because I've seen a lot of memes and I don't feel good by
You give yourself time to get through the
Looking at
first
the
part because the
context,
first part
I
is
don't know.
is hard to get to unless you're really interested in it.
Can I read it in the manga? I can
Yeah.
tolerate that better.
Yeah, read the manga. But that's the thing about JoJo is extremely accurate to the manga. There's no changes.
The first
Everything
time I
is
heard about
perfect.
it was because I was singing song walking like an Egyptian club,
Oh, Walk
and
Like
a
an
friend of mine
Egyptian.
were like, "Oh my God, you watch JoJo's because that song is from JoJo's," and I was
That's
like,
so
"No, it is
stupid.
not."
Are you kidding
I'm
me?
not gonna-
You
that-
watch JoJo? It's like, no,
see-
that's a popular song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See-
that's a true.
And I'm not gonna lie, that kind of stuff is part of the reason I'm just like.
Those
this
kinds
show.
of fans are so annoying.
There's
I know
so
so many
many
people
of
who are
them.
like, "Oh, you like JoJo?" I'm like, "Yeah, I like JoJo." And it's like, please, this is not all I want to talk about.
Dude,
Yeah, but that kills
I'm
me
so
because
there.
I was like, I
I
know
like
these
other
songs, and I was like
things.
a child. My mom
Yeah, they're
sang that
popular
song.
songs. That's why
Yeah.
they're in there.
Yeah, there's
Because
just so
because
many
Araki,
times.
the guy who wrote it, is a huge fan of American culture. He loves American stuff, so he puts a bunch of it in the comic, and because it's in the manga, it goes in the anime. And people are like, "Whoa, that's a JoJo reference."
Yeah,
Like,
right.
no, it's a
Dude-
popular song from
Oh,
the
yeah.
80s.
That is the meme that kills me, especially when
Is
people.
that a fucking JoJo reference?
Well, especially when people don't mean it
In Spanish, it's
ironically.
very popular too.
Yeah, when they're serious, it's like, oh my god,
¿Es
that's
eso
it.
una maldita referencia de JoJo? Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Have you guys hold on? Have you guys ever watched The Promised Neverland?
I
No
want.
comment.
It's an anime. Have you watched it?
No comment.
No, you have to tell me if
I
you've
wa-
watched it or not.
Seen the first
I
episode?
haven't watched.
Okay. You didn't like it?
It's more of the ending of that episode that I'm thinking about.
But did you like it?
Please don't spoil me.
Just tell
I'm
me if
gonna
you
kill
liked
you.
it. That's all I want to know.
I have.
It's a very simple question.
No, I know. I have mixed feelings. I would probably need to watch more to get a full concrete opinion on the show as a
Okay,
whole.
so you want to keep watching it.
I would not be against watching it.
Okay, because
But it's not something
watched,
I will just be like, oh yes, let's turn this on
I
now.
watched the whole thing with my friends, and it's very good anime.
See,
I loved it.
I feel so
I know
weird.
there is a lot of dead kids there. I don't like dead kids.
Have you watched how many episodes have you watched?
I don't think she's seen any.
I haven't. I
You haven't
know.
watched any of it?
I have.
When I watched the show, I knew absolutely nothing about it.
Same.
Which is why it was so. I was like, oh! So the rest of
Okay.
the show was so interesting because it's like me and my friends, we were like trying to decipher it as we were watching. We're like, what the fuck do these numbers in the beginning of each episode mean? Or it's like everything. We're like, wow, it was so great because it really keeps you on
I
edge.
wanna watch it, but I think I'm gonna cry a lot.
It's on Netflix.
I am a.
Yeah,
No,
it's
that's
a
no
good
problem.
show.
I have a. Huh?
It's a good show.
I don't even.
You know, okay. Talking about Netflix.
Hmm.
Again, complete segue.
Yeah.
But yesterday, Minerva and I were talking about different musicals,
Yeah.
and how some of the musicals are hard to find, legitimately,
Mm-hmm.
and Netflix is a great way to find some of them, as well as
It has like 4 musicals on Netflix.
I mean they've got a
I
few.
haven't found any musicals
Like live
on it.
recorded musicals,
Oh no, stage no. We were
Good,
just talking
the
about it in
good
general.
ones.
filmed musicals,
They have chicken.
like film, like
Yeah.
movies.
But I'm gonna put this out there because this is just
Mm.
I've told people and they do not believe me. But on
What?
Netflix is, in my opinion, one of the better musicals that people don't think about.
Shrek?
Yes.
I'm on the musical.
Yeah,
I
Shrek
have
is
seen
fucking
Emo the
awesome.
music.
I was in Shrek.
Yes.
Shrek.
Yes.
I was in a production.
I was
of
actually
Shrek
going
the
to tell you
musical.
about that yesterday, Minerva. Shrek the musical is on Netflix, and it's actually really good.
It's good. The only problem I have with Shrek the musical is like parts that have to be there, you know? Because of like the big farting part of that one song was super like I don't like it.
Oh yeah, no, I
Because
agree.
Shrek has a like fart burp jokes, whatever, like potty humor in the original movie.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
not like all condensed into 1 second, which is really hard. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's gonna be
And
the worst
also,
part.
I've other than that, it's great. I love it.
Oh, there are some things, and people again they don't believe me when I say this, but there are some things that I think may have actually been done a little better.
Like what?
It would.
Well, for one thing, and I don't want to say too
You
much.
can.
Well, Minerva, have you ever watched the original movie Shrek?
Of course. I mean,
Then you're not
who
going to
do
be
you
spoiled.
think I
Well,
It's the
am?
okay.
same story.
There's one thing with one character that is spoilery, and you know which character I'm talking about because it wasn't touched on at all in the original movie.
Really?
Now I'm confused.
Yes, it's a certain background story of one of the characters that gets found out later in the show.
Digo, donkey.
No, actually,
Donkey.
they don't really expand on Donkey too much.
No, Donkey's the same.
No,
But
hang,
Burro
actually,
is the
Which
best character.
it's great, but it's the same
Yeah.
because the movie was great.
hang on, give me a second, and I will actually message you.
I forget what character you're talking about.
I will message you privately, Near, and you'll know what I'm talking about.
You know,
Oh,
guys,
you know, yeah.
Now you know.
I love him. Oh my god, I love him. It's great.
the dragon,
Yes.
the lady
Yeah,
dragon.
when I auditioned for Shrek the musical, when I did it at a local theater, I said that I would only
You
accept.
have a local theater. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I would only accept Farquaad or Pinocchio, and those were the only characters that I was interested in, because they're my favorite characters in the whole show.
See, I'm
Because
gonna
I
say-
had a
love
friend that I
Pinocchio
knew
for
would
the
get Shrek, and I
guys.
really wanted him to be Shrek. And then he fucking pulled out of the audition, but that's like a whole other thing.
Oh.
But we auditioned and everything, and then I ended up getting Shrek, which
Oh.
I didn't put on my list. I was like, oh shit, I guess I'm Shrek.
Like it's,
But it was still really fun.
like this is gonna sound
I
so
always
weird.
wanted to be in one of those plays. We don't do that.
Oh. Well, at least you can be part of this one, if nothing else. At least behind the
It's
scenes.
youth theater.
But I mean, that's sad because we don't produce our own plays. There is no, at least not that I know, musical made in my. It's like the nearest thing that I have is the Spanish version,
Oh.
and it is.
Well, but anyway, what I can say without getting too into territory of what we were discussing, because now he understands what I'm talking about as far as spoilers go, because some things are different.
I love that. It's
But they do delve a little deeper into some of the characters in my opinion, kind of profound way.
yeah.
For example,
the freak flag is great.
well, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I was gonna say this. I do not think of myself as I want to be the main characters,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, I feel like everyone's got a dream role.
Mm-hmm.
And in that show, I would be honored if I could ever come close to playing Shrek, Donkey, or Farquaad.
I mean, it was so great.
Now, Farquaad just seems fun. Same with Donkey. With-
Yeah, Farquaad. So I wanted it to be Farquaad.
I
But
can't believe I just heard that Farquaad was amazing. He always was meh for me.
He's so much better in the show.
In the movie, he's kind of lame. In the movie, he's funny like a couple of times, but he's like there's nothing much about him in the movie.
He's not like the fairy
do more.
godmother. That's a goddess.
Fairy Godmother is beautiful.
In the musical, they add more to Farquaad, and he's way more funny.
They add more to pretty much everyone except for Donkey.
Yeah, and Shrek, because Shrek was already super deep in the movie.
No, because Shrek has more too.
I don't
Shrek
think he
is
has more.
perfect.
The
How he-
opening number, man.
Yeah, they talk about his backstory.
Well, that's what I mean. Like they give more / show more.
But no, they just showed his like what he was like when he was young a little bit. I don't think that really, like, sure I think it sends the same message home a little bit harder, but I don't think it's more. I think it's the same thing.
Yeah. But I will say,
Shrek is trying to tell people he's like he always thinks that he has to be scary because other people are scared of him, and he's an ogre and he's grounded and locked down by his labels and his appearance.
Oh my god, dude, I'm not even kidding you. I crave a chance to sing "Who I'd Be" with somebody.
I loved that song.
That is a beautiful song.
That one was
But
Hey, just
the thing is
out of
those
curiosity,
scenes.
oh, go ahead.
I wanted to know what kind of roles would you like to play besides Shrek? You talking?
Oh, like just in other musicals?
Yeah, like what is your song? What is the kind of songs you will sing in Broadway?
Okay, well, so I've actually done karaoke with my dad quite a few times, and I
That's
will
nice.
sing Broadway show tunes at karaoke.
Yeah, those are my favorite.
I have sung "I Believe" so many times.
That song's hard because it's on the eval the whole time.
I love that song. That's a good song.
The song's good, but it's a pain in the ass because you're on the E.
I believe
Okay,
that
Andrew
God has a
Reynolds.
plan for all of us.
It's perfect for Andrew Reynolds because he already sings super nasally anyway. His voice.
Another one, and this, I'm not even kidding you, this one is literally like the house favorite. I've had the DJ in charge request me do this song because they enjoy how I do it.
That's fun.
Is
Which
Friend Like Me from Aladdin.
Oh yeah, Friend Like Me is a very fun song.
Well, and specifically the Broadway version.
Yeah, because that one's 7 minutes.
There is a Broadway version.
That one's so fucking long.
Well, and here's the thing.
Man.
I don't pick it because it's long. I pick it because I love to have the interlude when he goes to different Disney numbers.
Yeah, he references the other songs.
I have to watch that. I'm gonna look at it.
Oh, it's so great. And then
Tale as old as
yeah,
time.
yeah. I'm gonna be back to you in a second. Let's sing a few favorites. Be back to you in a moment. Thank you. Tale as old as time. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I love that they switched to like a synth.
Oh yeah.
In the thing.
True as it
I
can
always
be.
been like,
Even friends.
Beauty and the look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the genie who has everything? And you'll never hear the wolf cry to the blue corn moon for whether we are white or copper skinned.
Yeah, I consider myself a Disney princess. I auditioned. I'm in California. I'm in the Bay Area.
California.
And I live near San Francisco. So I would go up there with one of my friends. She told me to audition for something. So I went to American Conservatory Theater in San Francisco.
Right.
ACT. And I auditioned for. I was in high school, and I auditioned for their cabaret there. Not the show cabaret, but a cabaret.
Right.
Like a proper
Ah.
cabaret.
Gotcha.
we're like, two ladies,
Yeah, where it's like they sing songs and things from other shows and put it all together, a variety show.
Right.
And I auditioned. I sang the song "Heaven's Light" from Hunchback. We have to prepare 2 songs.
Oh, that's a beautiful song.
I did "Heaven's Light," and as my second
Favorite
song to
is
show range, I did "Let It Go" from Frozen.
Very nice.
and it worked.
Man, you can pull
And then
that
I
off.
got it. Yeah, I love that song. It's so fun, and I did let it go. And one of the people who was like looking at the auditions and reviewing everything, she normally like hates Disney songs. She hates it when people use Disney
Nah.
songs. And I was talking to her because she was talking about things to do for auditions, and she's like, "Well, normally I'd say never use Disney and stuff like that, but I guess it worked."
Well, I mean,
I was
dude,
like, "Hell yeah!"
how is it any less
But
legitimate?
those are iconic songs. You have to use them if you can.
Because people hate songs that they've heard a lot.
Well, see, and that's when you go
Well,
to
you
the
could
Broadway
use like
versions.
Princess on the Frog.
Well, no,
That's our
because no, I'm talking about when you're auditioning for musicals, people all like listen to the same music, so
Well, no,
they're
I
all
know.
gonna use the same songs.
No, I got you, but
I got
oh,
It's like using fucking what is it? There's from Newsies. There's a song that Catherine sings, "Watch What Happens." Like every girl will sing "Watch What Happens," or every single kid will audition with "Castle on a Cloud" from Les Mis. They'll
Yeah.
all use the same song. So people like they want you to use different songs.
enter all the girls auditioning with Defying Gravity.
Yeah, which is also like ridiculous. Why would you audition with "Defying Gravity"? That
Yeah.
song's
I don't know. I haven't heard it.
You never Defying Gravity
I
from
will
Wicked?
audition with.
I love Wicked. Stephen Schwartz is amazing.
I haven't seen Wicked because I can't find anything to watch it like decently. I don't
You can.
like.
What I do is I look up like the story or synopsis and I read it, and then I also listen to the album.
Yeah, but it's not this.
Well, hell, believe it or not, I actually found the script
I-
to In the Heights, and
yeah,
was
you can find scripts like that.
Yeah.
I went to find
It's usually like the
every
touring
day.
script where there's differences from the
Yeah.
original.
I want to watch that movie.
Yeah, when that comes out, I'm so excited.
That'll be. That seems promising. That one looks like it's gonna be good.
They have in the trailer this beautiful scene when they are dancing through the wall on the walls, and it looks stunning. That's how a musical should look like if you are gonna adapt it.
Take
I
note,
wanna see it.
cats.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that movie! I want to watch it because it looks so bad that I think I'm gonna like it.
Now, I will say this, and again, I'm gonna get
Corden to be in it.
I'm gonna get crucified for this too. Before seeing that movie, I had never seen anything cats related.
Neither do
fine.
I. I just
Not very many people have.
Yeah, but Cats is one of the few ones that actually has a legitimate stage recording version.
Yeah, but it's like whatever.
But
The thing is,
has no
Cats
story.
is not. It had a huge following when it came out, which was like a long time ago. The show is not really a show; it's like a collection of performances.
yeah,
That's a problem
Wanna
with
know
when people
something
criticize
funny?
Cats. They get stuck on the fact that there's no plot. But the thing is that the stage musical, doesn't try to have a plot. There are a bunch of separate performances. It's more like you're watching a cabaret where everybody's dressed up in cool cat costumes.
I got you. What's
So-
up, Minerva?
What I heard is that they wanted to do something adapting a lot of poems of the guy
Yeah.
who wrote Alice in Wonderland,
Mm-hmm.
and they
Huh.
did it with songs,
Yeah,
with dances.
that's
It
what
is
it was.
there is a plot, but it is not like a big plot. It's like a disconnect.
Yeah, it's the very Broadway. There's a lot of dancing and singing and stuff.
Oh, I just remembered. Sorry, I just going back to the topic earlier. A few other ones I've sang. Friggin' "Endless Night" from Lion King.
I haven't heard that.
What? Oh my god.
Can you hear the
I never
love
listened or
tonight?
watched anything
one?
about the Lion King musical because I watched the animated movie. I never got into that.
I will
Guys,
say this.
Would you kill me if I told you that I don't like the
What, you don't like the Lion King?
The animated movie or the musical? Both?
animated movie?
You don't
I
like
mean,
the
it's-
animated movie?
That's
I
fine.
like it fine, I guess, but the problem is that I watched it when I was like 17, and I was like, I don't know why people like it.
I guess,
It's
yeah.
okay.
I believe a lot of it is mostly nostalgia from people watching it when they're really young.
I
It's-
like Lion King 1.5.
That one's funny.
Lion King
Haven't
1.5 is an amazing experience if you like the original Lion King. It focuses on Timon and Pumbaa in their perspective of the story.
Yeah, what they were doing while the first movie happens.
Yeah, I love that.
Lion King 2 is
What
not
I
bad
like
either.
is that Timon and Pumbaa are basically two dudes that are parents of a small lion.
Yeah.
Disney was progressive without knowing it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
I thought that was cute. But that's pretty much.
Netflix has a lot more than I expected. I guess
Oh, yeah,
they've
no.
added some stuff.
I was gonna say, they've got a whole section that's
They have the Fiddler on the Roof.
Hey,
hey.
I recommend
I
you
love The
this
Fiddler on the
musical
Roof.
because it's funny. Have you ever seen Emo the musical?
No, but I see it on Netflix right now, and I'm kind of scared.
It is stupid, but it is a good kind of stupid. It's real fun.
Yeah.
They have a
I'm
song
worried about
of
it.
a girl singing this. That Jesus could have liked Chemical Romance.
Ooh, I'm
Jesus
reading the.
could
I
have
just read
liked
like the description
Chemical
of it on Netflix, and
It is
says,
fun, and the music is really nice.
hold on. It says expelled from private school for attempted suicide. Emo Ethan enters the world of Seymour High and meets a cute Christian who's ready to convert him.
Yeah. You have to watch it. I love it.
Oh god.
Okay.
They would might be the chance.
Okay.
You like my Chemical Romance. Yes, I think so. Could Jesus be an emo?
Oh, is it a jukebox musical? Does it like take songs that already exist and put them in?
No, I think it's
As
originals.
long as I
Or
know,
are they
those
original
are
songs?
original songs.
Oh,
Have a really nice beat. I mean, I watched it with my boyfriend and we laughed
that's nice.
100.
Okay.
Witty and quirky. It
Minerva, I
a
got one for you.
67% on Rotten Tomatoes.
How much?
6.1 on IMDb.
67%, he said.
Yeah, I mean, if you like musicals, it is not amazing.
Yeah. I mean, La
I
La
am
Land
that
won a
girl.
bunch
I
of
am the
awards and
girl
it was
who
a
likes
musical.
zombies from Disney Channel. I am that.
Okay, well, I got one for you, Minerva. I know you love your Disney stuff.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the
Proud
YouTube?
of it.
Have you heard of the YouTube channel called Star Kid?
Hmm.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Nair, I
Oh.
think you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I think you're gonna like Star Kid.
They have one.
What?
I will send you a link to it. They have.
Star Kid makes a bunch of original musicals.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
in addition to their original stuff, they also have ones that are, making fun of other stuff as well.
Yeah, I think didn't they have like a Batman one?
Yeah, Holy Musical Batman.
Yeah,
Jesus
of
Christ, I'm
course,
gonna watch that.
their most like famous one is a Harry Potter musical.
Yeah.
That's the one that everybody
Oh my
knows.
god, there's a lot of animatics of that on the internet.
Yeah, Harry Potter musical is Star Kid.
Well, I'm sending you one right now. There's a link to one.
I know what I'm doing this night.
The one I just sent you, I think you'll really appreciate it. It's called Twisted. And basically what it is it's a Disney version of Wicked. And what I mean by that is this one, take the story of Aladdin, and what if Jafar was actually the good guy?
Oh.
I like
And there are so many reference jokes throughout this entire thing. It'll be simple stuff, some stuff you might even miss if you aren't paying attention to it. Like, it's crazy.
I really like Me and My Dick. I
What?
thought
That's a different musical they've done.
Me and My Dick by Star Kid is just I haven't watched it. I've heard one of the songs. I see the concept and it's it's so fucking stupid.
Oh god.
Well, the
it's a
name is
guy-
Me and My Dick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the main character and then the co like main character, both of the lead characters. It's a man and then his penis is the other lead character.
Yeah, I should have specified this channel is definitely not for children.
No.
Well, I am not the children anymore.
What do
This
I
guy
know?
is-
But
This guy is jumping up, is dancing on stage, singing and harmonizing with his talking penis.
Ed freaking
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I
Well,
can take it.
and Twisted just again, like I
I
said.
read yaoi. I can take it.
I can't believe this fucking.
But yeah, like Twisted, like I said,
like being with you.
even with all of its Disney jokes, like okay, prime example, I'm sure we've all heard the the stories and the rumors that there's subliminal messages in Disney movies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like the SFX
Yeah,
thing or
exactly.
like...
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
my
I love the artwork that they did for it. The Twisted.
yeah, right. It looks really good.
It looks so good.
But one of the songs they have is literally just joking about all the different subliminal messages that are in Disney
Mhm.
properties.
Oh yeah, there is a really stupid one that says that Pumbaa, the name of the big pig, for some reason means like... can I...
What was that?
There is a theory that says that the name of Pumbaa means ejaculation in some kind of African language. Which
Ugh.
is not, because Pumbaa means dumb. That's what it...
Uh,
And people just like to say that kind of stuff. I don't know why.
oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm
It is
just
like...
watching a bit of the beginning of Twisted.
Oh right.
I'm gonna watch this later. Yeah, Star Kid is great because they post their entire musicals on their own YouTube channel.
Yeah, and to show you how much people enjoy their stuff, I think for like the past 5. When did Twisted come out?
I don't know.
You got. Hang on.
It's so good.
It came out
There's
in.
like a
Yeah, it came out in November of 2013. So at least for that long, if not longer, all of their shows have been fully funded through like Kickstarter because people love their content so much.
They have a huge fan
Yeah,
base.
there is a girl
I
who
love-
is doing an animated version of a Harry Potter music.
There's a.
I mean, I think it is a girl.
I think that this sample of like a line that I heard in the beginning is just.
I think
That
I
makes
know
me wanna watch the
exactly what
rest
you're
of it.
talking about.
He's like, I just read this book, and he's referencing the Wicked, the book.
Yeah, he's actually
And then-
holding a book of Wicked.
And
It's
and the
like,
guy
wait,
goes, "Oh, so you think you're better than me because you can read? Then get out of my bookstore." It's
Yeah,
so
no,
good.
That's a good one.
I'm not gonna see now. I'm not gonna lie. Part of me wants to just let y'all go and watch it so we can talk about it another time.
Yeah.
Because there's so much. There's so much. It's so beautiful. Oh, mwah, it's beautiful.
You
Oh,
guys seen Chicago?
yes.
Well, that's why I keep watching it. It's so good.
And
What about Chicago?
Oh my god.
I don't know. I just love that. I always
A bunch of
wanted
my
like...
friends were in Chicago recently, but the show got
Yeah?
canceled because of COVID-19,
Oh,
which is too bad. But they were gonna. It was gonna be great.
I don't know. It's the kind...
actually, you know, I'm now I'm curious because we were talking about it for a bit. Near what other productions have you been in? As far as like
Yeah.
stage stuff goes, you said you were in Shrek.
Shrek the musical.
Which-
My first show was Fiddler on the Roof.
Classic.
Most of these are high school, considering I graduated this year.
Oh, so you were in High School Musicals.
Yeah. Shrek.
You were
like,
in High School
some of the
Musical in high
musicals.
school?
No, I was never. In
No,
High
I
School
was
Musical.
making a joke. I'm sorry.
I did high school productions, and then there was also a youth theater that's like very close by that we did shows with. So Shrek was the youth theater one that wasn't with the school. So I did Fiddler on the Roof with my high school. That was my first ever show. I got Laser Wolf, and it was very fun.
Nice.
Laser Wolf?
Yes.
That sounds interesting.
That's a Jewish name. It's spelled Lazar and Wolf.
Oh.
Very interesting.
Oh.
Hold on. Right after Fiddler on the Roof in the summer, I auditioned at the youth theater and I did Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Very nice.
I was Saint Aphrodisias, which was one of the supporting characters, or I guess he's a featured character, because he has one song. And then I was also in the ensemble, and I did a lot in the ensemble, because there's a lot of Hunchback. Have you listened to it or seen anything?
Oh yes.
Yes, the
Yeah,
Disney
how they have a bunch of narrator and side character parts. I was a lot of those running around doing a bunch of quick changes. One scene I had 6 quick changes in one song,
Whew.
which was great. Right after Hunchback, I auditioned. I did the That's when I did Shrek during the winter after the summer of Hunchback. And then after that, I did Oliver, the musical.
You done quite a bit, huh?
I was Mr. Bumble. And then after that, what was after? And then, during Oliver, I was in the one act for our school. We were going to the Linnea Theater competition, and we had an original one act written by one of our friends,
Ooh,
and we auditioned and got into that too.
very nice.
I had to do something for drama. We made our own improvised comedy show that we had to put on.
Oh man, that's
And
hard.
It was very fun. What it was is you make a story, but you don't write the dialogue. So you know
Oh.
which direction the story's going, but you don't know what you're gonna say yet. So you come up with it right then and there. And usually, because it's
really-
comedia, so it was funny. So it was very easy to do that. It was very fun.
Huh.
So I did it was Oliver one act. Then what was? Trying to remember. What was after Oliver?
Hey, you've really done a lot.
You basically, well, having of this. Congrats. You're
Huh?
living the dream. You're living the dream.
Well, it's high school theater. I started doing theater in sophomore year, and that's when I did Fiddler, and then I just have not stopped since.
See, I'm not
I was
gonna
Yeah,
lie.
but
constantly doing something.
You know what's the only role that I have had in my school? I've been a tree.
Nice. That's
A
the dream
literal
role.
tree who
Everybody
was
wants to be a tree.
Hey, that's a solid role.
No,
yeah,
there.
I was being
I truly
interviewed,
believe that there are no small parts. That's a legit thing.
Only small people.
Yes.
Well, technically, I
Only
was the
small
main
actors.
character in that play, but still,
Hey.
I was the tree.
What show is it? What show had
It
a
is
main
not-
character tree?
It was called Just the Three of Us.
That's great.
I'm sorry.
That sounds like a great name. No.
After
No, it's called
Oliver, I
Leave
think
Us Be.
I think after Oliver, I was in Newsies.
Oh man,
I did Newsies, and I auditioned, and I got Race, which is the guy who sings King of New York and a bunch of stuff. And
bruh, I
He's gonna be-
feel
yeah.
so unqualified to be the director of this, knowing that I've got someone with your talent on this.
it's fine.
No, you don't
Um,
understand. Okay, I was so unlucky. I was not able to join my high school play stuff, my high school theater stuff.
Did you audition for them?
You didn't
Oh, no,
have
no, no.
one.
Here's the thing: is that my school actually had like a drama class as one of the electives,
Oh, that's cool.
and they wouldn't let me take it for some reason. They said, "Oh, well, like, it doesn't fit in the schedule for the rest of your classes." I'm like,
You gotta just cut. You have to cut off the other class that was taking up the spot. Just be like, no.
yeah, but it was
I
like
gotta do
it was like the core classes, like English, math, etc. They couldn't move
Then
those
move
around.
it around.
Fuck math. Who wants math? Who needs math?
Just
I
don't
hate
take
math.
any other electives.
But that's the
I-
thing. I didn't even really have a lot of electives.
had so many art electives. By the end of high school, I had enough
I
that
don't
to the
have
point
any
where it's like,
electives.
if
Stop
I
showing
was
off.
missing other whole classes, I would have still been able to graduate.
I mean, I at least had choir for my last 2 years of high school, so that's better than nothing.
I had choir in freshman year, and then I got into our chamber choir in sophomore year. Then in junior year, I skipped to drama 2 because I was already in a show, and I was also taking chamber choir. And then because I hadn't taken a language yet, I also took American Sign Language as a 0 period. Then
Man, I wish they
senior
would've taught
year,
that at
I
my
was
school.
still taking chamber choir, and then I was also taking drama 3 because I finished drama 2.
In
And
what
then
kind of school were you?
what else? I think that was it. But it was 4 years of choir, 2 years of drama, and I was always taking an art elective. And then also our plays and musicals counted as classes because
Oh, I'm
they're
sure they
7th
did.
period. Yeah, it was a 7th period.
What
And
was your
they're
question, though,
all
Artem?
UC transferable. So let's go.
Minerva, what was your question?
In
I
what
thought you-
kind of schools were you? Those were public or private?
Public. I've never gone to a private school.
Yeah, I was in public as well.
I was in private schools all my life, and we have like nothing of that. We ain't have clubs, we ain't have electives, we have nothing.
The
Oh.
only
We
two...
have
Not
one.
electives.
No, you
Oh,
have what they gave you. We have no budget, not even in private.
What? You're paying them. That's bullshit.
Yeah, but public schools are worse, so it's better to pay for decent, for
Yeah.
bare minimum.
I as of right now, hopefully this will change in the future. As of right now, I have only been in 2 plays in my life, and both of them were by complete
Not a bad
chance.
number.
Nice.
Well, no, here's the thing. I feel kind of bad. So the first one, the only musical I've actually been in, was Zombie Prom. Believe it or not,
Oh.
very
What?
underrated, but very fun show to do.
Uh-huh.
I was only brought in. I was brought into this
Mm-hmm.
because my sister, who was also in it, was also the choreographer.
Nice.
My dad also happened to be in it.
You got the
A
connection.
little bit of nepotism.
Well, no, here's
yeah,
the thing.
nepotism. Let's go.
See, people would
It is a joke. It is a joke.
No, I was gonna
That's
say
funny.
people would probably say that and probably mean it. This is what happened. My dad and sister were both in it. Rehearsals had started. They were underway. They were about to begin the choreography. And out of nowhere, my sister calls me and says, "Hey, I got a weird question for you." I was like, "What's up?" And she says, "So one of the guys that we had that was supposed to be like an extra, he kind of dropped out. Would you be interested in being in a play?"
Nice.
And I was like, weird, but okay. I believe it or not, a few years earlier, a school that my dad had previously taught at actually did a production of the show too. So I was like, okay, I actually know this show at least a little bit. I'm familiar with it. It's not brand new to me. So I was just some new person. They just like added in a character to do 1 or 2 lines, and other than that, I was singing and dancing. That's about it. Well, then another character guy also dropped out. So now I got pushed into a role that actually had dialogue.
Ooh.
And
Nice.
that was really weird. I basically had to do this kind of voice for most of the role. That wasn't right
It's
either.
kind of
But you know what I mean. I had to make it sort of a slightly more juvenile voice, you know, young into high school, not really straight up through puberty yet.
Yeah.
And then there was like some side stuff that I had to do.
my boss always.
But that was a fun one to do. That was like a Halloween show because, you know, zombies, whatever.
Cool.
Cue the next year. It was around, I'm going to say, mid-January. I get another text from my sister.
Nice.
But here's the thing, she's not a part of this one.
Oh.
She texted me because one of the people who did work with us on Zombie Prom is working on a production of A Few Good Men. Which, if
Like,
you would know the movie, if nothing else, that's the movie where the line, "You can't handle the truth."
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen it. That's
I've heard of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's like the most famous line from it. Basically, the person who was in it is very close friends with my sister, and they were like, yeah, so the person who was basically playing the dead body,
Oh yeah.
who gets murdered
The dead body.
at the beginning of Act 1. He
Sounds
dropped
like a
out.
good role.
Yeah, they're like, he
He
dropped
just
out.
had to die.
Probably got a better role
just had to die.
somewhere else.
Right. Well, here's the thing though. I was. They were like, would you want to do it? I was like, how hard is it? Because they were like, yeah, it opens in a month, which we had
Oh.
2 months to rehearse for Zombie Prom, and they were like, you literally have about 4 lines of dialogue, and one of those bits of dialogue is actually recorded.
Uh-huh.
So you just have to do it once, and we just replay it. The other lines you just have to do live. So I was like, okay, whatever. Let me go into it.
Not too bad.
Well, this must be really bad because I went in, did a rehearsal with them, and it was good enough that they were like, dude, you are miles better than the dude we had
other
before.
dead body.
Well, no, because here's the thing. So basically,
You die pretty good.
well, because basically what it is these guys end up, in a sense, killing me. They didn't know they were killing me, but they do end up killing me.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is it's set on like a marine base, or it's an armed forces base. I can't remember exactly which one it is.
Yeah.
But basically, they take me out of the barracks, and they're trying to basically like rough me up a bit, and they accidentally kill me.
Oh.
So basically, my entire bit was being dragged into the theater with a pillow sack over my head, screaming for dear life. And
That
then
sounds
being
like my kind of role.
right, and then just being dragged right back off. Other than that, because my face hadn't actually been seen, they had me fill in one other spot that also had about 2 lines of dialogue, and then I was done for the rest of the show. That all happens in the beginning of Act 1.
Nice.
That sounds like an interesting show to be.
To be the dead body for.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that must be the dream.
Well, no, it was more of like, okay, I guess I'll make sure to bring a book or something so I can be occupied backstage while I'm waiting for the curtain call.
Yeah, it's a different experience.
But
Kinda
you know,
like
without
where in
you,
Shrek, I had to drink things through a straw.
Yeah.
Applesauce, sit in makeup, waiting for makeup for like an hour and a half to 2 hours.
like,
Yeah.
you have to really paint yourself in all green.
Yeah.
It must be awful.
Yeah.
Not my entire body, of course.
But a decent amount,
But-
like, it's a decent amount of makeup.
My hands and
All
head.
the parts.
Yeah.
Make sure you watch that one later, Minerva, because I swear you'd probably have a good
No,
time
Shrek
with
the
it.
musical, I love it. I love the songs in it. It's great.
Oh, those are the guys who wrote the music. The guy who.
What was that?
Huh?
A musical about a guy who.
But a guy who what? keeps
Yeah.
cutting out.
The name is The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals. That's the name.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
That's one of their
Star
more
Kid.
recent ones, yeah.
No, we're talking about
Yeah, I
Shrek the
saw-
musical.
Oh, wait, no. What were you saying, though, about the guy who doesn't like musicals?
No, that I find it. I didn't know it was from this kid. I thought it was like a Broadway thing, but it is online. That's
it's
pretty
Star
nice.
Kid.
Yeah, that's Star Kid. Oh, that's the thing. Their stuff
Everybody-
is so well done that people would equate them to a normal Broadway show.
Yeah, it's very good.
And I'm not gonna lie. Again, I would not be the person. It's part of the reason why I didn't cast myself as Light or L. I don't
Mhm.
see myself as a main character person.
Hmm.
Also, because that seems really unfair.
Yeah,
But
like,
it was.
I feel like if anybody directs something, they shouldn't be in it. You know.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
you want to
Lin-Manuel
separate yourself from being in the show so that you could see the big picture. You know, because it's harder to judge something if you're the one performing in it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because that's why it's better so that way you can have more focus on directorial vision.
Yeah, well, as you can see from our still incomplete cast list, I didn't really have much of a choice on this one.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I was like, if I'm gonna be
I
in it,
had a good microphone. I would like
It's
to
different
help,
from
but I
being
am
like
also not-
a smaller.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you, Minerva. We would have loved to have you in the ensemble, if nothing else.
Yeah, but I don't have a good microphone. I don't think I am good. my range is not that high.
Oh, who knows? Maybe for a future thing. But all I was gonna say is again, I don't really see myself as a lead person.
Mm-hmm.
I would love.
Yeah, you have a nice voice, but you sounds better for soft.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, if it was ever friggin' possible, I would love to be Jafar in a local version of Twisted.
It's an interesting show. I gotta watch it.
Yeah, no, look, we've been going on. Good lord, what time is it? Good lord, it is. It is already almost 4 hours after we started this. So I'm gonna let y'all go.
I actually didn't. I didn't actually get to the end of all the things that I was in.
Oh,
Man.
well, I guess let's go ahead and finish that off then, and then we can finish this.
I was a race in Newsies.
Right.
And then I was in a play called Peter and the Starcatcher. I
Okay.
was Black Stash. That's a great show. If you guys can find it somewhere, it's super funny. It's like a prequel to Peter Pan. It's what happens before Peter becomes Peter, before Black Stash becomes Captain Hook.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
Peter
really
Pan.
funny.
I was in love with him.
It was so fun. That was such a fun show. And then I went from, and then I also did another original student one act at our Linnaea competition. This time I sang at the competition. I did Till I Hear You Sing, Love Never Dies. That show is not good, but that song is good. Love Never Dies is not good, but that song is.
Why is not good? Love Never Dies.
Love Never Dies is a sequel to Phantom of the Opera. The story is just, it's not good.
Musicals can have sequels?
Yeah.
Apparently.
But that one is not good. It's ridiculous. I did that. And then I was in Susical. Our school was doing Susical.
You know, this is.
I auditioned for that and I got Cat in the Hat.
Okay. This is gonna sound weird.
Cat in the Hat?
What?
That's a musical.
I wonder if it is just because it's such an easy show to get the rights to, but I feel like every theatrical person I have ever talked to has had something to do with frickin' Susical.
I know a lot of people who have been in another version of Susical before.
It's got to be like really easy to get the rights to it.
I mean, I think it's just because it's not really because it's easy to get the rights, but it's because a lot of people that put on shows know it's easy money.
Oh yeah.
Easy. You put on Susical, you get the
Dr.
kids
Seuss,
to come.
Yeah.
When you put on shows, it's all about getting like neighboring schools to pay for tickets to bring their kids in droves as a field trip.
Oh, don't.
It's
oh wow.
the student matinees. That's how you make money.
You are bringing me back in time.
Yeah, that's student matinee time. I was in shows where it's like you get a field trip form so that you don't go to class, you do the show. You're doing the show at like 7 a.m.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh god.
It's a great time.
Was there anything
I
after
couldn't sing anything at.
Sorry, what was that?
I wouldn't be able to sing anything at 7 a.m. I would be like, ah.
Yeah. You gotta warm up, drink the tea. that throat
Drink
coat.
the coffee. A lot of coffee.
You can't drink coffee.
I can't
Why
survive
not?
without coffee.
Coffee is will dehydrate you. It's not good.
But I can live without coffee. Without coffee, I can't stand up my bed. My head hurts a lot.
Drinking coffee before a show is not a good idea. It's better to drink tea.
I see. Maybe that's why I forgot the line of the tree.
Oh, see, now you're talking about not being able to survive without coffee. Just got me thinking about In the Heights again.
Yeah, but that's the most recent thing I've done with Susical, and now everything's shut down.
And now you're in this. Hooray!
Yeah.
Well, you can still sing in your house.
Yeah, that's nice. That's why I got this microphone.
Yeah.
So I could do stuff at home.
Inspired you to be in this.
Well, and okay, look, I'm gonna talk down on myself for a second. Thank you, low self-esteem. Glad to have you here. I'm not the best looking guy.
Well, I don't think most people don't think that of themselves.
Yeah, but life has also agreed with me.
Mm.
Oh
But
man, don't say
That
that.
sucks.
yeah, well, that being said, my point is that is part of the reason why I also don't see myself as being a lead, is because I feel like other people would not literally see me as a lead. And again, low self-esteem
Yeah, that.
sucks.
It's all about the attitude.
Oh yeah, no, trust me, I will give it my all.
Yeah, but you have to admit that those plays certainly looks always for a certain kind of people.
Yeah.
It
And I am
depends on
not
the
saying
project,
that's
but
correct.
they will be
but-
looking for a look of the character.
Oh, yeah. Well, like
Mhm.
I can say this right now. I am not physically fit enough to ever play Elder Price, but I could
Me
probably
neither.
play Elder
Me
Cunningham.
neither, bro.
Don't know who
I
he
could.
is.
I could definitely. I would kill Cunningham, bro. Yeah, I would be able to do that. I would be able to be. I feel like if I were to audition for a production of Book of Mormon, I would 100% be the main guy who sings in Turn It Off.
Not a bad one
Because
to be.
If it is
in terms of shows,
for
I've
gonna be
gotten
like,
I've gotten like Shrek and other stuff, but I'm more of the guy who does the funny things.
I gotcha.
I'm the comedic
like Tyra Van
character.
Hansen, we've been way too out of.
Actually, there's a guy doing that on Casting Call Club who needed people to sing for Connor and Evan
Yeah, I
because he wanted to do that.
actually auditioned for that, and
Yeah.
last I checked, he still hasn't
You're
really
fine.
confirmed anything.
Nobody has been listed as cast yet, but I
Yeah.
guess it'll take a little time for him to review everything.
He only had
You
like
know, that's
8
something
people.
I don't like about Broadway. All the guys have the funny songs. I mean, I'm not talking about the good ranch, but the funny
Well,
songs.
listen, we have our in California we have Linnea Theater Festival, and like almost every school on this side of the hemisphere comes to that festival, which is a competition. And usually the gold winners for singing are always women doing comedic songs. That's what it
Yeah.
always is. I had a friend,
Actually-
she won 3 years in a row.
Ooh.
First place, female comedic song. And she's amazing.
Well, see,
But that's what it's all about.
I think you'll really like the Star Kid stuff because they seem to give everybody, funny songs,
Because
emotional
Star Kid
songs.
is funny. They're
Yeah,
very, very good
because
at
I am
writing
always the
funny
kind
stuff.
of person who likes better the funny songs, or like my favorite song of Moana is Your
You're
Well.
welcome.
It fucking slaps and I love it. My mom and I are always singing it through the house and I love it.
Someone. Oh my god.
What eyes? I learned even the fast part was like,
There's
I
a
don't remember
song.
it.
There's a song called "I'm Breaking Down" from Falsettos. That's a great comedic song for a woman.
Someone
Yeah.
on TikTok actually did a fun little crossover with 2 different Lin-Manuel Miranda things.
Oh yeah, because they have the same style.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it started with You're Welcome,
Mm-hmm.
but then it went into Washington on Your Side.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
Okay.
a
It must be nice.
so he went into it. It was a You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, come to think of it, so he's trying to change the size of the government. What was the problem with most of our previous government size?
Damn it!
Great.
It's
But-
true.
But they kept the instrumental for You're Welcome going in the
Yeah,
back.
I think it's in the same key.
Yeah.
That's kind of the thing when you have just one guy doing all. It's like he has a style.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose that it is not that. It is a little on in the Heights because it has more like a kind of salsa style,
Mm-hmm.
more than rap or hip hop, which is Hamilton's thing.
Hey, speaking of that one, I doubt there would be a local production of In the Heights anytime soon.
I've
It is
I've
not that
seen
popular.
I've seen plenty of youth theater do In the Heights before though.
Yeah, but you're also on the West Coast where everyone does everything.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Good
I'm in
morning,
California.
it's
Yeah, I'm down in
night.
Louisiana.
Well, no, I haven't seen personally. I've seen them on YouTube.
Yeah, we're also like
Man, there
really
is a good
selective
production.
down here.
It's like it was
Anthony
actually
Ramos
I
is
watched it. It was
doing-
actually pretty good. Hold on, I need to find out where it was. But I was like, oh damn, they did a good job. Like these kids are doing it. Hold on, I need to find out. I know that it's definitely. I don't think. Yeah, it's in Florida.
Yeah, Florida's the
Broad-
other one that does like everything.
It's called Broadway Kids. Well, I don't really hear about theater in Florida very much.
Well, no, I maybe it's because I
No.
follow Thomas
Where is the
Sanders.
hot
Oh, Thomas Sanders.
He is great, and apparently he's done like a lot of stuff in. He lives in Florida, so.
Oh yeah. I mean, but if you look for it, you will find it.
No, I know, but my point is around me. The reason I was bringing it up is because I was saying if there ever was around me a local production of it,
Mm-hmm.
I would probably try to audition for the Piragua salesman.
Oh yeah, that would probably be a role that I would get to. That would
I
be
mean,
another
it's-
one of those.
He's
I
freaking.
would like to be.
Qué calor.
Who would you want to be, Minerva?
I would like to be Roxy. I mean, I like it.
From,
It has
uh,
such
Favorite
an
song in
innocent-
In the Heights is No Me Diga. That's my favorite song.
Man,
That's so
your
good.
Spanish accent is not bad. You really sound like you know what you're saying.
Thank
Which-
you.
I mean, sorry, that get out wrong.
No, we
I
know
mean,
what you
you
mean.
sound like you know how to speak Spanish.
Yeah.
You have
Thank
a good
you.
pronunciation.
No,
I don't speak Spanish.
But you're saying he doesn't sound like someone who's like trying to do a very cliche accent and just sounding really bad.
Yeah, because the problem is that some guys like overcompensate, you know?
Yeah.
And instead of saying ya vengo, dicen ya vengo, and it's like chill.
Yeah, I understand that too. Because I'm Afghan, so I mainly speak English because I was born in America, but a bunch of family, everybody, they all speak Farsi, which is like an ancient language, like Persian language. Because normally at that time everybody would be speaking Arabic, but because of culture, Farsi has been able to exist, and a lot of people from Afghanistan still speak it.
Whoa.
That is pretty cool,
Nice.
actually.
Yeah.
All my family just speak Spanish. They can't speak anymore. They don't. I think they don't even like English, to be honest.
I mean, that's pretty cool though. Oh man,
Yeah.
I love this song. I'm listening to it right now. It's
Are you listening to No Me Diga?
yeah, dude, I would want to be.
No me diga.
Oh,
Oh my god, I was listening to it and you did it at the exact time. That was so weird. That's so
That's
good.
timing.
I love it. It's so great. I'd probably. That's the thing that I do. I sang Define Gravity at an open mic once. It was really funny. But I would
Oh, so
probably
you
get like
can
two other
sing.
guys and do this song.
oh,
It
I would
was
happily
really-
do it with you.
I wouldn't change the pronouns. It's the same. That's the thing about whenever I sing songs that are like not guy songs, I don't change them. I
yeah.
keep it the same. It's so much
You know,
better.
I find some guys like doing a candy store.
Yeah.
They were so good.
That's so great.
I love
Love
them.
that shit.
Are we gonna have a problem? And
You got a bone to pick?
Why do you
You've come so far, why now are you
Yes.
pulling on my dick?
Take big.
dick.
I'd normally
And
slap your
probably
face.
goes-
And everyone here could watch. But I'm feeling
But I'm
nice. Here's some
feeling nice.
advice. Listen
Here's
up,
some advice.
biatch.
Listen up, biatch.
That's a
I
classic.
love it.
Honey, what you waiting for? Welcome to my candy
Welcome to
store.
my candy store. Time for you to prove you're not a loser anymore.
That show.
Oh, I love it.
I like
My
Heathers,
favorite song
but
is like Meant to Be Yours. Meant to Be Yours is my
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
song of the whole show.
that one's very
See,
good.
That's another one. I don't look
You-
the part. I would love to be JD.
Yeah, JD's great.
Love to be JD. Why am I a girl? I
high
want to be
school,
JD.
high school that like was teaming up with my high school last year. We were doing Suzical together. That high school next year, I mean, this coming year was supposed to be doing Heathers, and I don't know if they're going to be able to do it because of the
Oh.
virus.
But
But I really hope they do because I want to watch it. I want to see how they do.
I will never forget this. This might sound really weird. Shortly after I found the Heather soundtrack and everything, I was talking to one of my friends who's really into musical stuff too, and we were just listening to the music, and we were just hanging out, and Dead Girl Walking comes on, and I just fucking went for it. I'm
Just
talking.
pop off.
I was singing. I was doing some movements. I'm not gonna lie. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Now,
I
I'm-
love that JD.
Yeah.
JD kind of sounds like Kermit in that song.
Okay.
Yeah, he goes, okay.
I always like that part because he's like, I don't know what is happening, but I like what is happening, so whatever.
But
Yeah.
I will say my friend, I will not specify, but after the song was done, they literally looked at me and just went, "Damn, man."
Damn, bro.
He's like, look, I'm not
Yeah.
into you that way, but damn.
But damn.
I mean,
Slap me, pull my hair, and touch me there and there and there. Not more talking.
Okay.
Exactly. Is that girl walking?
okay.
I love that song.
I hate you so much right now because now I'm picturing the other songs as Kermit.
Oh my god.
I
can start and
finish
wars. We're what killed the dinosaurs.
Our
No,
love is
please
God.
No, stop it.
I
Stop
was meant to be yours.
it.
We were meant to be one.
So Miss Piggy will be like,
Miss Piggy, open
Papi.
the door, please. Piggy, open the door.
can we not fight anymore, please?
Okay.
Can we not fight anymore?
So now I'm mad because now you got me thinking about going back to Dead Girl Walking. No sleep tonight for you. Better job that Mountain Dew.
Ride a big taxi. No me digas. Sorry. I can't. I love this
Always
song.
back to No Me
¿Qué
Digas.
pasó, chico? ¿Qué pasó
I
ahí?
know what you mean. He's packing a stretch limousine. Tell me
Long as he
something
keeps
I
it
don't
clean.
know. Keeps it clean.
I had a watch in the
Ay, Dios
heights.
mío.
I'm gonna look for it.
Ay, Dios mío. Seriously.
Oh, seriously, you sound just like Carlos.
No one to work it out. There's no doubt.
Once you see your graduation, we call your name and we'll scream and shout.
Oh, this is it.
I don't
It's
know.
beautiful.
No me digas.
You know, in
Oh.
Venezuela we have like a foreign version of Glee. And
Really?
It was so stupid. Yeah. It is not like Glee. It is like Glee but without budget. Like, not budget at all.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the songs were like super generic, but I watched it. I loved it because it was the only thing that I had for it, and the songs were super corny, and it was like High School Musical because it was more for kids than Glee. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they toned it down a lot. It was basically a soap opera for kids. That was.
You know, guys, hang on one second. I want to continue this real quick though. Thanks everyone for listening. I'm still recording this.
Oh.
Oh,
So let's just end.
I don't mind.
No, I don't mind either.
Aw.
But at this point, we're pushing 4 hours of recording time. So let's just say thanks everyone for listening to the first KiraCast. We will be back soon.
Yeah.
I'll be
Are
back.
you still here?
Yeah, if you're still here, thank you for listening. Please, if you have any questions for anyone, send them down below and we will answer them in the future. And we'll see y'all next time.
Who's
See
gonna
ya.